How fit can you become in 30 days? Join me on a 30-day military workout challenge. Hey everybody, I'm Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Was in the military for 20 years, I've been prepping for 20 plus years. Enough of that though. Let's get into why I'm doing this. Why am I doing it? Well, because fitness is everything. And I'm not really that fit right now. What I'm gonna be doing on this 30-day challenge is I will take before pictures and after pictures. But you don't get to see the before pictures until you see the after pictures because I'm kind of embarrassed right now. I know I'm not like super overweight or anything like that, but I'm nowhere where I want to be right now. So what is this challenge? This challenge is all body weight exercises with the exception of one thing. That one thing being curls. I will use dumbbells for curls, but you can use anything. You can use milk jugs. You can use whatever you want to do curls, to do regular curls, hammer curls, but we're going to get into the exercises in just a minute. And I'll show you some really good ones at the end that will really help you up your game, because this is about functional fitness. This isn't about looking like a gym bro, because you can look like a gym bro and not actually be strong. This isn't about how you look. This is about functional fitness for real world situations. So it's going to be 30 days. I'm going to continue doing it after that 30 days. But what I'm going to do is in successive 30-day increments, I'm going to take before and after pictures each time. What I will do also is for members, I will post up my actual workouts, what I actually did for my workout, what it was, how many reps I did, the weights I used, all that kind of stuff. But let's get into the exercises. Like I said, these are all simple. You don't need a gym. You need the ground below you and you need gravity with the exception of dumbbells. So let's get into it. First, I want to talk about, let's just start with legs since I'm standing up right now anyway. All right, so for leg workout, what is like the ultimate leg workout most people talk about? That is squats. All you have to do is put your feet approximately shoulder width apart and squat to the ground. I will show you how I like doing it. I like putting my arms up, kind of a balance thing. Now, if your knees aren't that good, you don't have to do the deep squat all the way down like this. I'll show you like this. You don't have to go all the way down. You can stop here, you can stop here. Whatever your level of fitness, it doesn't matter. You'll get stronger. So that's a squat. Then let's go into lunges. A lunge is basically you take a step forward and then you go down and you touch your knee to the ground. Do this gently so you don't damage your knees. And then what you do is you come up and you go back. Other leg forward, down. That's one rep. Or you can do walking lunges. You keep walking forward. One thing that's really good about that is if you do it slower, it will really help your balance also. And your stabilization muscles will be working to stabilize your body side to side so you're not wobbly. So squats and lunges are both really good. Another one is simple, calf raises. You can find an elevated platform or you can just stand on the ground like this and go up, down, up, down. Those are calf raises, real easy. Some variations to calf raises is that you can put your feet straight like this and just go up and down like that, or you can toe in, go up and down, and then you toe out and up and down. What I like doing is I'll do 10 straight, then I'll put my toes together and I'll do 10 like that, and then I'll put my feet out like this and do 10. That's one set for me. You can do 5s, you can do 2s, whatever your progress is, but this is kind of what I'm going to do. So we got calf raises, that works your calves back here. You got squats and lunges, which work your quads and your hamstrings. Very important. Okay, what's one? It's kind of funny. I'm going to show you this one. Stay tuned for this one because I'm getting into the funny stuff. You got to work on this, right? Because your butt is a very important muscle for working out, for walking, for climbing hills, for hiking, for doing all those kind of things. So you don't want to forget your gluteus maximus. One of the best workouts I've found for it, there's two that I prefer. The easiest way is to grab onto something. I'm going to show you, I'm just going to bend over for it, but you can grab onto something, put your leg like this, and then what you do is you just go up like that. It's kind of hard to balance out grabbing onto something, but you just go up and kick back. It's called a kickback. All right, so here's a variation also, kneeling. If you're kneeling down like this, you can also do that pushing up like that with your butt as a butt workout. That works your gluteus maximus. But now onto the funny looking one. Okay, so here's the funny looking one. One good way that I used to do it is I would put my shoulders on a bench. So you can put your shoulders like on the couch and just sit on the couch like that. So the couch would be right about here. The edge of the couch would be right about here. So my shoulders would be on the couch. My knees would be bent like this. And then you just push up and squeeze your butt muscles. Lift up and squeeze. You can do the ground like this also. And then just squeeze and squeeze. If you want to, or you progress far enough, you can add weight or your pelvic area and increase the difficulty. But you squeeze those glutes. I know, it's funny looking, especially for guys. But hey, it's an important exercise. Okay, while I'm down here, let's get into some good old flutter kicks. What are flutter kicks? Well, it's pretty easy. You probably understand what it means already. Put your hands underneath your butt, put your legs out like this, and raise your legs. Okay, if you want to increase difficulty, point your toes. Pointing your toes increases the difficulty. And then another variation would be bicycles. Bicycles is basically like this, like you're riding a bike. And then there's also, I forget the name for them, but you put your feet up like this and we used to call them like hello darlings, I think, in dive school and in the military. So you just go like that. And then another variation of them is you can go out, cross over, out, cross over. Another variation of that, of swinging your legs open, is you can kind of go up like this. You can do a side plank. There are side planks. You could raise your leg up and down like that. And then also you can do back, forward, move your leg back and forward. I know these are weird looking and unconventional, but the more ways you can find to move your body differently and to push it and to challenge it, especially as you progress down the road, your body will get used to the exercises, so you want to push it and try different and new things. We got to work those abs, right? Before I get into abs, I got to dispel a myth. People talk about like, I want to lose belly fat. Well, you cannot lose just belly fat. You lose belly fat by lowering your overall body fat. People say, I want abs, so I'm going to work out, I'm going to do a lot of crunches and stuff like that, and I'll get abs. Not true. The way to get abs is having extremely low body fat. Really simple. So diet is part of this also. Got to take your diet seriously, but working your abs is still important. Your core is just that. It's your core. It's very important. So let's get into working the core. I personally don't like sit-ups. And the way my physiology is in my body, sit-ups were always the most difficult exercise for me when I was in the military doing our physical readiness tests and our diver, exams, stuff like that. So what I like is crunches. You can put your feet on the ground, cross your shoulders, and then basically try to put your nose up to the sky, like that. And you just do reps like that. A variation, if you want to increase difficulty, is lift your legs off the ground. You can cross them or something like that, and you can put them like this for a little more increased difficulty, or you could put them out like this for even more difficulty. And if you're doing that also, you're working the lower abs more as well as the center abs and the upper abs, so you're getting that full workout. So another thing you got to work on is you got to work on your obliques, right? Right here, the sides of your abs. So you just roll over on your side like this, put your arm out like this, put this arm out for stability, and basically do a crunch with your side. Go up, down, up, down. That's oblique crunches, and then switch over and do the other side, of course. While I'm here on the ground, I might as well show you another good one. It's the plank. Put your arms out like this, lift your body up, and just sit there for 10, 20, 30 seconds, whatever it may be. Wherever you can start off with. I'm gonna have to adjust myself. I'm gonna have to figure out how long I'm gonna be able to plank for while I'm doing this. But this is the plank. There's also, while you're planking, you can lift your leg up and you can do those butt kicks. Squeeze your glute at the top, nice and tight, hold it for a sec, and then lower it. That'll get 2 workouts in at once. Thus, you don't have to spend as much time doing it. All right, I'm already in this position, so we might as well get to one of the favorites, push-ups. I'll do it from, I'll show you from this direction. Hands shoulder width apart to start. Lift yourself up, keep your body straight, and then go to the ground. Put your chest to the ground or as close as you possibly can. That is not a push-up. Going to where your elbows are 90 degrees is not a push-up. All the way down and up is a push-up. But if you're starting out and you can't do all the way to the ground, maybe 90 degrees is okay to get started. If you're really starting off rough, then keep your knees on the ground. People call them girl push-ups. Whatever, you know, hey, it's still a workout. And then just go down and up, down and up. You can also put your feet on the ground, angle yourself to a wall, and do push-ups on that, or do it on the counter. I do that sometimes. What I do is I will angle my body in such a way that I'm kind of like, I'm pushing like this. So I'm doing a push-up kind of like that. And you can do that on the ground also. Do that on purpose. Why? That looks funny. Put your butt up in the ground and do push-ups that way. Why? Because every muscle group is made up of different areas and different fibers. So you got your lower pecs, your middle pecs, and your upper pecs. That incline is for your upper pecs. Decline is for lower pecs. Decline is a little harder to do because you can't really do it. And I have a bad wrist, so this is difficult for me, so I'll just do it on my fists. That may be a little bit easier, but you can kind of lean yourself forward and go like this. And that will effectively work the lower part of your chest. I got to cover push-ups better than that. See, my hands are straight forward. What I like doing is I put a dumbbell on the floor, I'll grip the dumbbell, and that's how I'll do it. And then, so I'll show you a trick for that also. But you got your hands straight apart, straight there, and about shoulder width apart. You can go down push-ups like that. Then you can do wide grip push-ups like this. You can also put your hands in like this, and you can angle your hands out like that. Do push-ups like that. You can angle your hands in like that. And then you can do diamond push-ups, make a nice little diamond with your hand, and do push-ups like that. They work different areas. And then what I was going to say is with the dumbbells, you can do the same thing. Move the dumbbells out wide. Do wide grip. Move them in nice and tight. Angle them like this. So it's basically doing a diamond push-up and doing push-ups like that. So you can do them using dumbbells if you have bad hands. Or like those things called perfect push-ups made by the seal that turn and the stability. Yeah, that's really good. I just realized actually there are 2 exercises. I believe only 2. Stick around, we may find out more. 2 exercises that I'll actually be using weights and or resistance bands. And that is side raises. Side raises, you can do them standing, sitting, whatever. Take your arms at your side and raise them. Very simple. And you can do side raises like this, just side raises. You can bring them a little bit forward, and you can bring them all the way forward. And as far as side raises go, you want to raise them up to just below. Don't necessarily go level, and do not go above level, because then you can cause rotator cuff issues. Until you build up to that point. But you bring them up like this, nice and easy. And what you can do to increase difficulty is instead of starting down here where you're in a rest position, you're getting rest, if you want to challenge yourself, hold your arms out like this so they're already in a working position, and then go up and then slowly down to that position. Go up, squeeze, and you can do this body weight. if I do enough of these, I can get a good workout with no weights. And then lower it while you're still squeezing slowly, slowly, slowly down to this position. Same with this position. And a favorite one for my dive school instructors were sun gods, they called them. And I went to dive school in Hawaii, so it rained a lot. Anytime we were out on a run or something like that, or we were outside at all and it started raining, we'd do sun gods, sometimes until it stopped raining, which was a long time. But sun gods are, you put your arms up to the side and then you do circles. You do circles like this. You do small circles, you do medium circles, you do large circles. And then also you can put your hands forward, palms forward. You can put your palms up, different variations. You can do that in front, and then you can do it above your head. And man, they love doing all three of those and all the variations. And yeah, they smoked us pretty hard. Another thing is that they used to do, just a funny story, is anytime they saw a puddle, which they were all over the place, we'd have to stop. We'd have to get in the push-up position. We'd have to go down, all the way down, put our lips in the puddle and go and blow bubbles. Blow bubbles in the puddles. And that was another way that they liked crushing us and it's messing with us. Another shoulder exercise is if you take any kind of weight, here we go again, that's 3 exercises. We may use weights and or resistance bands, but you can also do them body weight. And that is just military presses up in the air like this. And you can do it body weight though, and you can still build strength. Just squeeze your shoulders as you're doing it. Squeeze your shoulders down. Another exercise. Number 4. Okay, so this is not going to be a totally body weight exercise workout routine. Shoulder shrugs. Go up like that. You can do shoulder shrugs body weight, but you can also hold on to milk jugs or whatever else is you have, dumbbells, and shrug your shoulders. Make sure one trick to doing your shoulders is don't let your shoulders go like this and then shrug like this. Keep your shoulders nice and straight, nice and good posture, and come up, and straight down. Another one of my favorite exercises is farmer's carry. That's when you just grab 2 heavy things. One thing I like using is those big plastic cat litter jugs that I fill with water for water storage, not for drinking, but for flushing the toilet and all that kind of stuff. Grab 2 of those, 1 in each hand, and walk around the property, increasing difficulty by doing shrugs while you're doing it and trying to push those jugs out as far as you possibly can and holding them. Usually I get to maybe right here, holding them for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then going back down. There's a lot of stuff you can do to increase difficulty. So that pretty much covers shoulders. So back. One of my favorite back exercises is pull-ups. Yes, it's a back exercise, not an arm exercise. It does work your arms, but it's primarily a back exercise. It's great for your lats and for your back. A pull-up is not like this. If your hands are facing towards you, that's a chin-up, which you can do. You can do chin-ups, and if you go put your hands like this, do pull-ups. And really emphasize your lats when you're doing it. Pull up using your lats and your back. Try to get your chin over the bar. If you can't, no big deal. If you need assistance doing it, have somebody help you or put something you can stand on and just release or pull up as much of your body weight as you can with your hands. Another part of pull-ups, same thing with push-ups. You can do narrow grip, you can do wide grip, you can do reverse grip, chin-ups, wide, narrow, or super narrow. Same with pull-ups. Lots of different variations. Another exercise I'll show you for your back, which may be number 5, or you can also use anything around your house though for these. So it's still a pretty simple workout. Or what you could do is just bend over like this, grab whatever it is, and keep your back straight. Just basically a standing row. You can grab anything, or you can do body weight. When you lift your arms up, just squeeze those back muscles and then go down nice and slow, stop part way and go back up. Squeezing, releasing slow, back up. There you go. I could still get a workout body weight like that. Now, for me, it's better with weights. Another back exercise is lower back. You need maybe your wife, your husband, your friend, your kid, something like that for this one. But if you have a couch with an ottoman, you can do this one. So what you do is you put the edge of the ottoman basically right here on your belt line, on your waist. And then you put your feet, lay down on it, and you put your feet out there. So somebody will have to be sitting on your feet to hold your feet down. Or if you could possibly wedge them in between the cushions and the couch, you could do it that way. And then what you do is act like I'm laying down, act like my body's, like I'm laying down like this, my legs are back there, this is where the ottoman is. And then basically I lean down and then I bring my back up. I lean down, keep your back straight, and then back up. Down and back up. That works your lower back, which is very important. It's very important. So many guys, especially guys, they want to work their arms, they want to work their biceps. And I'll tell you what, a big part of having those big, massive looking studly arms is not just working your bicep. You got to work your tricep. That's how you get truly big looking arms and a well-rounded, fit body. So how do you do triceps? Well, triceps are really easy, actually. You find a couch, some stairs, maybe if you have a bar stool, put your feet on a bar stool, put your arms, your hands right next to your body on a counter, and then just basically lower your body down and then push back up. Those are called bench dips. Those are easy to do because you can do those, like I said, up against the couch, and just leaning yourself down, just basically lowering your body down and then pushing back up with your triceps. Lowering your body down, pushing up with your triceps. Or if you happen to have parallel bars, or maybe there's a park near you that has bars that are parallel for kids to play on, you can do what are called regular dips, is just holding onto bars like that and lowering your body down and pushing back up. You kind of lean forward when you do it, and that works different muscle groups, or you can stay perfectly vertical, go down and up. That works different parts of your muscles also, which is very important. So we covered, oh no, actually I haven't yet. Those biceps that everybody loves, that guys love. Okay, yes, but bi means two, not one. So many guys just love doing curls, regular curls like this. What about the other head and the underlying muscles? Hammer curls. That's where you hold it like a hammer, like you're hitting a hammer. Hold the weights or the resistance bands like this and come up straight. Basically come up. And then you can do what I do is I like doing alternating. I'll do a hammer curl, go down, regular curl, down, hammer curl, down. Sometimes I do that. Increasing difficulty would be bringing it up or starting here. Put your arms in front of you like this, kind of on your chest. So you're already starting in the work position. And then curl up like that. Now there's equipment at the gym that simulates that does that. And then you can also do sitting, where you're sitting in a chair, putting your arm kind of like this, and that's more of an isolation curl. And you can do isolation curls like that and hammer curls like that. And then if you also want to do, so no swinging, no like, except if you really want to get like that extra, push yourself and get an extra one or two, maybe a little bit of a swing, but keep good form. Form is everything when it comes to working out. Make sure that you are curling up straight, keeping your back nice and straight, curling up and down, not swinging, not ducking, not doing anything like that. You know, this isn't a dance routine. We're not on the dance floor. It's keeping your body straight. And like I showed individual arms. Usually that's for like the heavier weights, or if you're using a lighter weight, you can do two arms at once, like I said. And then there's also different variations where you can come up, start here, and then come up and stop halfway. Hold it for 30 seconds, and then continue up, and then go down. They're called half curls, working the top half of the range, and then you can also work the bottom half of the range. And then maybe mix it up and do a full one. There's a lot of different ways to do it. All right, so we got biceps, we got triceps, we got chest, which is pretty much push-ups. What I recommend doing is start easy. Your first couple workouts, at least, probably your first week, you should really feel like you really didn't do that much. You really didn't push yourself, because if you push yourself too hard, you're going to injure yourself. And then you won't be able to work out for another period of time, and you're just SOL at that point. So start slow. What I recommend at first is do all body weight. Do not incorporate any weights until after at least week 1, maybe week 2, unless you have a background in physical fitness and you've been working out a lot, or you've worked out before, or you're a pretty strong person, whatever it may be. Endurance is important, so incorporate that into your workouts also. What is an important part of military fitness? Rucking. Putting on your pack, I'll probably start off with my assault pack, which is like a 48-hour pack, 24 to 48-hour pack, and then I will move up to my long-range patrol pack, which is like 3+ days, and then I will incorporate in, once I get myself used to it, then I'll incorporate in chest rig. Then I'll incorporate in my ballistic helmet. Then I'll incorporate in my rifle. And to increase difficulty, increase that incline on that treadmill. You don't have to necessarily increase speed, but increase the incline. If you want to go out and do it in the real world around here, that's even better, because it uses different muscles. I need to do that more, but what I use my treadmill time for, my running, my rucking, is watching YouTube videos about how to become a better content creator for you guys, to put out better quality content, and to hopefully turn this into a better business someday, so I can actually afford to fix my truck that's broke down right now and provide well for my family. This is about having a fit, capable body, which will help you mentally and physically. Anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.